Welcome guys. So today I'm getting ready for a quick trip that I took, so you'll see me do my nails and try to knotless braid my hair. You'll see how that goes. You can see how exhausted I am here, but just keep watching and we'll get into it. So first I want to start with my nails. I went ahead and glued on some press-on nails with this gel glue that I got off of Amazon, and that is also cured by my UV. I actually don't know if I have a UV or LED light, so don't give me the line. But then I got this box of really nice gel polishes from Nail Reserve, and I will list all the colors down below. There were so many colors on the site that it took me a really long time to choose, but I'll show you the ones that I got, and this was probably the easiest painting I'd ever had to do with gel polish. So the top coat is actually a no wipe coat, so that's one of the coolest things about it. I mean, you do the rest of it like you would traditionally do. You cure it however many seconds is under your lamp. So for mine it was like 45, but sometimes I like to do it more than that. So you'll see me curing the base coat here, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna paint my nails. I went ahead and tried to do every color except for the black and the neutral looking one, so that you could get a feel for what they look like. But guys, look at these colors. These colors are so vibrant. So I do have all the information, including color names, down below, and I also have a code that you can save on your polishes if you choose to buy some from Nail Reserve, which I would absolutely recommend. But just keep watching for the rest. Alright, so I look my absolute worst. I usually, when I am like not in a good space, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, it shows in the way that I look, and I know that's probably true. Sorry if you guys can hear that. My bunny's enclosure, she's free roam, but she also has an enclosure for like when I'm not here, because we're still working on potty training on litter box training. It's like right next to me, and also I'm kind of allergic to hay. Anytime I've had like bunnies, I know that I'm allergic to the hay, and it's right next to me. Usually when I'm like away and I have like my air purifier running, this is not what this video is about. It doesn't bother me, but so if my eyes look a little puffy or through the video you hear me like, it's because I'm allergic to the hay. Anyway, so if I'm in like a bad place, it shows. So this is what I look like right now. This is my hair. So I decided that just to give myself a break, for even when I don't feel like doing my hair, because as you guys can see, it has grown a ton, and I cut it, and it, like, as soon as I cut it, it was like, I'll keep growing. So I cut it like 2 months ago, because it had grown so much since I did the big chop. If you didn't see that big chop that I did again, which was kind of like a mini, well, it was like a medium chop a few years back to cut all the color out of my hair, it's grown so much in like 2 years. So this is what it looks like right now. I decided that, like, to give myself a break from like trying to keep my hair up, I'm gonna do braids on myself, like knotless braids. I've tried to do them once and they weren't the greatest, and I don't really remember my process, but I've got everything set up. So I'm gonna wash my hair, I'm gonna blow dry it, I'm gonna try a different way to part it. So I don't really know what you guys, like the angle will look like for you guys, because I'm trying something different. So behind me I have a standing mirror. It's like right here. Sorry, this strap come off. So I can see into my vanity mirror. So right in front of me, this is gonna be a terrible angle, so like directly in front of me is my vanity mirror, and then behind me is a standing mirror, and I can see the back of my head, which is what I couldn't figure out before, and it drove me crazy. So my parts were kind of like free parts, and it was just not I have flakes all over me from my hair. So I'm gonna try that. I got myself, I didn't want to get one of like the big things for hair, because to like put the braiding hair on, because I'm not gonna do this all the time. I'm not a braider. So I got like a small, you know, it's just like a, she's so nervous that I'm right here, thread spool thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the hair there. I think I want to have some like color, so I think I'm gonna do black with like some pops of color throughout. It's probably gonna take me a while, because so I had never had braids until I went on vacation, and I forgot to post that video, and it's like a year old now, but I probably will still post it even though the vacation has now been a year gone. I had never had braids before in my life, so I went and got knotless braids done, and I absolutely loved them. I was really sad when I had to take them down, but I was just like, I feel like I can do this, because I was one of those weird kids when I was little that like always did my baby doll hair, and I used to braid hair into my baby dolls. It was like the weirdest thing, and I was like, I feel like I feel like I know how to do this. So I tried it and it wasn't terrible. It's just the parting and all that, and it took forever. And I think that I want these relatively small instead of like medium. I have so much hair on my head right now. Oh my God. I'm rambling. I'm procrastinating to get started. I do have something to do at work today, even though it's the weekend. So I'm gonna wash my hair, blow dry it, go to work, come back, part it, and take the rest of the weekend to get it braided. I'm not gonna give myself, usually I give myself a lot of pressure to get things done once I start them. So I'll be up like all night. But if I have to like make this go until tomorrow, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. So again, this is kind of the state of my hair right now. All right, I'm gonna go wash it. All right. Okay guys, so it is significantly later in the day. It's almost night and my hair was washed earlier. It's like 70% dry now. So I am going to, which I like when my hair is, you know, already kind of dry before I blow dry it. I am going to, I've grown so much hair. I am going to go ahead and blow dry. So I'm going to apply some heat protectant. Let's see. Yeah, it's drying. So I'm going to apply some heat protectant and then I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry through my hair. I'm gonna catch up on some WNBA games while I do this, so enjoy a voiceover or whatever. All right, so here I'm spraying a heat protectant on my hair, and I think that's like a got to be, I don't really know which one it is, but I've already went ahead and blow dried through one of my sections of hair. As you guys know, I blow dry my hair in sections. I'm using the Revlon One Step blow dryer. I'm using the round brush version, which I absolutely love. I still have the paddle brush, but I find myself like reaching for this brush much more than I do the paddle brush, and I think that's just because I'm better able to control the tension that I'm using. So that's all. I'm going to show you in a few seconds my hair all blow dried out, and I'm really shook because I had just cut my hair a few months ago and I didn't realize how much hair I had. I blow dried my hair. There's really nothing I can say. I'm gonna get started. Okay, so boom, my hair is fully blow dried here. Also, it looks really healthy. I really need to dye it fully black because it's hard to tell in the camera, but my hair is not jet black. It's never been jet black, but my old black dye is fading, and I can just tell because my hair doesn't have the same like luminosity and things that it usually has. But it is extremely healthy right now. So what I'm doing right now is struggling through trying to part my hair. If there's one thing that this process taught me, it's that, you know what, sis, I might just give you that $300 to braid my hair every now and then, because the parting process was a pain. I forgot to film like me actually braiding, so this is all that I did the night that I did it. So I actually decided like partway through that I wanted to give myself a few little highlights and stuff throughout. But what I'm gonna try to do in a few seconds is show you guys exactly how I do the braids, and I'll try to explain it here. Of course, I'm not like a professional, but this is what worked for me. So I went ahead and I parted my hair, and then I tried to like clean the parts. There were times when my hair was not perfectly parted, and I just honestly didn't care. So what I do is I go ahead and I start to braid my hair like I normally would, and I do one braid, like one stitch, right? And then I add in the braiding hair underneath my like pointer finger, and then I braid down. And then I think I did like 1 to 2 more pieces of hair because I didn't want these extremely thick. I just wanted them really long. So I either did 1 strand or 2 strands. It doesn't matter. You can go through and decide like based on the length how you want your hair to be. So I did this and I continued braiding. And since these were long, you see how irritated I am and how long it takes just to do 1 braid. Like you can tell, I'm absolutely over it. I'm exhausted. At this point, it had probably been like 6 to 7 hours. No, it had probably been like 5 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and show you guys that process again. So I did one stitch, put that underneath my pointer finger as you saw, and then I continued to braid down. Now I think this braid is one of the ones where I started to add in hair. Yeah, that's one of the ones that went from a 1B to a different color, and then after it went into that color, I added in a blonde. I think I did like a 27. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's really hard for me to remember what color hair comes in, but yeah, you'll see there I'm adding in that blonde piece. I think you'll be able to see when yeah, there it is. So I'm adding in the blonde piece, and that gives me kind of that like mixed in look that I kind of went for, and I did that all throughout my head. So there were like shades of brown, shades of blonde, there was a lot of black going on. I just kind of decided, you know, where I felt like I needed a pop of color, and I left these in. So these stayed in my hair for like honestly like 5 weeks, because I redid the front like 2 weeks in, just because I wanted it to stay looking really crisp in the front. So you'll see here I'm done with the entire front of my head, and I'm irritated because I still have the whole back to go. So I'm just showing you guys that I continue to braid, continue to be irritated because it takes so long, and continue to think, why did I decide to do this? It was worth it in the end, but yeah, I was exhausted. It took me like a total of like 9 hours over 2 days to do this. And as you can see, I think I'm completely done here, and trying to show you guys. Nope, there's still some in the back. I'm almost done here, but I am going to come back in a few seconds and talk to you guys about the full process and how it turned out. I am done. It was about 9 hours for me to get all these braided, and I'll be completely honest, the back is probably a mess because I was so tired. They're super long, they're to my butt, because for some reason I decided I wanted them longer. To be honest, when I got to the back, I was so incredibly tired that although I could actually see it in the mirror, I just didn't care to get the parts perfect. I was like, you know what? It's so many braids back there that if you are paying that close attention to my head, you shouldn't be. So maybe a couple weeks in, I'll go back and try to redo some stuff, but I am so tired that it is the next day. It's 12:45 the next day. I went to bed at 2 a.m. because I was braiding my hair. I'm done, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm really like, part of me feels like I should show you guys the back. The other part is like, no, because you know it's a mess. But just this is where we are. I'm gonna go do a face mask, steam my face. I gotta go dip these. I got things to do, but when I get cute, which won't be today because I'm gonna go to sleep, but when I get cute, I'll show them to you again.